my last video I talked about these pamphlets that would have a list of ingredients, pros and cons, usage, and what would happen to products if they didn't have those in them, those ingredients in them. Like, per se, if a product didn't have monosodium glutamate. I'm using that as an example in pretty much all of my videos, because it is such a hot topic. So one of these things that I would want to discuss here is that the fact that many people have the media as their education. They get educated through everything, through media highlights, short snippets that would just give you a quick burst of information and say, well, this is good, and this study said this, and this said that. It doesn't really give any person a full understanding of what happened. Just like any study, any one particular study doesn't mean that antioxidants are good, believe it or not. Some studies actually suggest that overusing antioxidants could be bad for you. Oh. Just blew your mind. Alright, well, anyways, so I've discovered a few websites that really help educate me on what's going on with food, and what food does to you, and what the food industry is doing, and what they think about what's going on. One of them would be Food Navigator. That's a really good one. That hits on all sorts of topics. I can't even begin to thank you how much it makes me think. Or tell you how much it begins to think. Alright, but yeah, so one of the articles that came out was PepsiCo offering to buy or go and buy a dairy company in Russia for $5.4 billion, which was suggested to be an obscene amount of money for what it was to be said to be worth, like a gross overestimate of like 25%. So they really want this, claiming that the Russia is an untapped market, and that it hits on all sorts of different topics. I've learned about how this one particular girl, she was a toxicologist for 5 years, then went to become a chef, and then went to become a nutritionist. And then she just was like, alright, I'm going to write a bunch of articles now. So now all she does is sit down, read articles, and write articles about food trends. And she gets paid for it. The industry, food industry, actually pays her money to tell them what she suggests to be the new hot one, the new hot topic. And I thought that was ridiculous. I thought even more so ridiculous that she has like a 99% success rate in deciding what the new hot topic was going to be. So it's pretty ridiculous. The other one would be IFT. Now this is the official site for food scientists. This is like, if you want to know everything that like food scientists are thinking, the people behind your food, the people who help to make you ensure that you're getting all your nutritional value, help fortify your foods, help make your food safe for microbes, and some would say help make you get, unhealthy, let's say. Be safe and say unhealthy. You can now see from their perspective. They actually released an article that's available for anybody to read, and what it's supposed to do is give people an understanding of the difficulties of making food, the difficulties of serving billions of people. Like, you think that you're at a restaurant, and you think that culinary arts is like really absurdly hard. Think of how hard it is to serve 5 billion people, like let alone maybe like a few hundred thousand, like, or like not even a few hundred thousand, like what, 25, 50, 60, except for that other guy who goes like on the Food Network who's jacked and he serves like an absurd amount of people all the time. Dinner Impossible. But again, look what he has to do. He has to substitute certain things because he doesn't have the time to make it. He has to substitute things because of costs. You have to realize that in order to keep costs down, that you have to make certain implications or certain substitutes. One thing to keep in mind is that the industry is always under pressure from, believe it or not, us. We are pressuring them to become the most efficient, the most effective and cost effective as they can possibly be. In some instances, be as big as they can be. How? For one, we want cheap food. Another one that hasn't been noted is that the fact that Wall Street bases on a quarterly basis. Industries try and get their money, their profit up as much as possible in order to reach their quarter, to reach the highest quarter, so they can satisfy all their shareholders and make everybody happy. And what that pressures them to do is they're on a time schedule. Every 1/4, like every time they go out, they have 3 months to try and be as effective as possible. They can't. In 3 months, you think, oh, 3 months is a long time. Like, you can't really go out and do like a long-term study on something because the fact that they're being pressured every 3 months to come out with some sort of new product or something to stimulate the market to increase profit. If you were to sit down on money on not making profit for 2 years, which could result in a very good product, but just wouldn't result the results wouldn't come out for 2 years. Companies can't afford that. They don't like that idea. They can't. The shareholders can't. So in that sense, your shareholders and us are voting against ourselves, are voting against our own movement that we're trying to start, the whole new healthier movement. We want healthier products, but we don't want to change. And honestly, you can't do that. You can't expect change without change. Like, that doesn't make any sense. You expect to sit on your ass and not be able to do anything? Like, come on now. Like, let's be serious. Like, you've got to do something. Something's got to change. You got to make some sort of lifestyle decision. And one way I've developed to make these sort of lifestyle decisions is to be completely formally educated. If you're formally educated and you know what you're eating, you can decide for yourself if you think that that's actually a risk. If you think that all these products and all this movement really that's going on is it worth it to you? And if it is worth it, what are you willing to substitute? Are you willing to, not eat monosodium glutamate? Like, is that something that you're really desiring? Is that something that you feel is so important to you that you say, no, I can't have monosodium glutamate in any of my food because it scares the hell out of me, it's going to kill me soon. Then, like, that's something that's shocking. That will, and you can decipher for yourself that that's not appropriate in my food, and I don't have to eat that. If everyone does that, then you're going to get the product that you want. The reason why is because you're buying the product that you want. The reason why you're buying the product that you want is because you scared yourself, or you've educated yourself to the point where you can't allow yourself to buy things. a lot of people have trouble deciding, what they want to buy, or they know a product's bad for them, but they don't know exactly how bad a product is for them. And so they go ahead and buy the product. They go ahead and buy the cheeseburger because they know it's bad for you, but they don't know how bad. So if you were to tell people if you were to tell people of how bad something is for you, if you could literally sit down, break down the entire nutrition facts of a food label and quantify it, give it some meaning, then you'd realize that you can't eat half the food that you eat, like, sensibly, as a person. Like, you literally can't do it. Like, you think now, like, yeah, I could go and eat a cheeseburger. I can't anymore. I honestly, I cannot go to McDonald's, literally, and eat, like, a cheeseburger every day, or every month. Practically, I probably can't even every year, but maybe I could have it once a year. But, like, it's gotten to the point where I look at that and I'm disgusted by it. Like, I look at that as the grossest object ever. And even for the people that I feel like are dependent upon food, even for the people who are just like, I don't have any money, like, I can't buy this product. They're like, I know I shouldn't buy this product, but it's just so much cheaper. I can get so much more bang for my buck. If you look at a food as like a piece of crap, you like a literal piece of crap, you're not going to eat a piece of crap. I don't care how cheap a piece of crap is, you're not going to buy it. You're going to buy something that's food, something that you think is legitimate. Because, let's face it, dude, you're not going to eat a piece of crap. I don't know how to press that anymore, is that it's just the simple consumption of crap is not going to happen. Like, because it doesn't click right in your head, like, to eat something that's just so bad for you that that you're doing your body harm. It's just like the same thing as, like, injuring yourself. It literally is injuring yourself, and you realize it. And because the problem is that it's over time, it's a long-term thing. But if you can actually realize the short-term effects of your eating habits, you can begin to realize that you can have a much better lifestyle with the appropriate diet. Problem is, you don't know a better lifestyle. A lot of people don't. I'm not going to point fingers. I'm sorry if I offended anybody. But people who don't know a healthy lifestyle and don't know change, they're going to stick to their guns, and they're just going to keep going the way they're going and not feel bad about what they're doing, is because they don't know another life. One of the important reasons why children need to be having the appropriate diet throughout their life, or throughout their adolescent life, I should say, as it stimulates a better knowledge of food. I don't know. I think I'm good. Might post this on YouTube, maybe. Kind of thinking about it.